Welcome to part 3 of this chapter, straight lines. And in this part, we are going to study more about equation of a line. Now, equation of a line is such a concept that is mostly used in mathematics and used in some of the topics in physics as well. So, equation of line or evaluating lines in general, this is a topic that is used everywhere simply because we tend to analyze situations and conditions with the help of graphs. And when graphs come, the important concepts that come are slope, how to write the equation of a line, how to analyze the graph and all these things. So that is why this chapter is of utmost importance. And one of the prime aspects of this is equation of a line. So given a line or given a few parameters, how can we write the equation of that line? That is how we are going to see. Of course, um, one method of writing the equation of a line might be related to the other method very closely because they are all related. So let's get started. The first equation of a line, you can say it is the slope point form. So in this particular part, if there are two things given to us, that is one is a slope and the other one is a point, then we can write the equation of that line. Let's see how. Let's say that we got a general point x comma y on this line, and also we know that this is the point that is there on this straight line. This we know. So we can write the slope of this as m is equal to y minus y1 into x divided by x minus x1. So now we can clearly see that we can cross multiply and we get it as m into x minus x1. So this is nothing but slope of the, this is nothing but the equation of the line, because this is the x and y term which are variables, and then x1 and y1 and n. All these three terms are known. So let's take some example and try to understand this application. Let's say that the line is passing through the point minus 4 comma 3 and its slope is half. So if this is the case, then how do we write the equation of this line? So equation of this line is written as y minus 3 is equal to half into x minus of minus 4. So when we cross multiply, we will get it as 2y minus 6 is equal to x plus 4. So next, x minus 2y is equal to minus 10 after simplification. This is what we get. So this is the answer of this particular question, and this is the equation of this line. Let's take another example to get a better feel of this. So it's given to us that there is a straight line which cuts the y-axis and has an intercept of 2 units. So it's given to us that this y-intercept that this line has is of 2 units, and the angle that it makes with x-axis is given as 30 degrees. So now we need to write the equation of this line. So y-intercept is actually the part of the y-axis which is cut by the line, and this is the x-intercept. So this is the part of x-axis which is cut by line. So let me write it. So this is the x-intercept from here to here, and this is the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is given to us. It means that this point is going to be nothing but 0 comma 2. Now once we have this, we also have the slope of this line, because tan of 30 is 1 by root 3, which we know. So slope, the equation of this line is going to be y minus 2 is equal to m into x minus 0. So when we simplify this, we will get root 3 times y minus 2 root 3 is equal to x. So x minus root 3y is equal to minus 2 root 3. That is the equation of this particular line. Let's take another interesting problem. Now this is a line given to us, and 2 points on this line are given to us, that is 2 comma 0 and 3 comma 1. And now what is told is this line is rotated about this point, keeping this point fixed. So this point is fixed and about this point it is rotated. And how much? By 15 degrees. Now the point is we have to find the equation of this line in the new position. So what do? What we need now is two things, slope and a point. We already have a point, that is we still know that it is passing through 2, 0. But what we need is this part, that is this angle, theta. If somehow we are able to achieve this theta, then the job is done. So what do? What we try to find is the first slope and we'll find first angle. Then add 15 degrees to it. So that will be the new slope. So first slope was 1 minus 0 by 3 minus 2, which comes as 1. Now if slope is 1, it means that this theta initially, alpha, was 45 degrees. Now if this is 45 plus 15, the latest theta is 60 degrees. So the latest slope of the new line is 60 degrees, and hence once we find this, we know the slope of the other line as well, m dash, that is the new slope, is going to be tan of 60, which is root 3. Now we can very well write the equation of this line as y minus 0 is equal to root 3 times x minus 2. So when we open this equation, we will get a new equation of the line. Let's take another problem. Let's say that this is one line, this point is 0, 2, and the angle that it makes with the x-axis is 2 pi by 3. So 2 pi by 3 is 120 degrees. Now we have to find an equation of a line which is parallel to this line and which is passing through the point 0, minus 2, or 2 units below the origin. So if you have to find the equation of this line, then now I know that the angle that this would make is also 2 pi by 3, because both are parallel lines, and tan of 2 pi by 3 would be the slope. So tan 120 is minus tan 60, which is minus root 3. So we have got the slope of this line. This is the point. We can apply the equation as y minus 2 is equal to m, that is minus root 3, into x minus 0, because this is the line and this is the point in which it is passing through. So the equation would be y plus 2 is equal to minus root 3x. That is the answer to this question. The next problem is something like this, wherein there is a triangle given to us and the 3 points that are given are the midpoints of those sides. Now the target is we have to find the equation of AB, BC and AC, that is the sides of these triangles. Let's name these points as P, Q and R. So now let's try and connect these points and see what we get through this. So this is what we get, and now PR is parallel to AC. From geometry we can prove this, that PR is parallel to AC, PQ is parallel to BC and QR is parallel to AB. Now once we have achieved this, we can now say that the slope of this line and this line is same, slope of this line and this line is same, slope of this line and this line is same. So we can write the equations, because if we can find this slope, it means that we can find the equation of this line with the help of given point. Sorry. So let's do that. So slope of the first line, that is, we can write a slope of PQ is going to be 7 minus of minus 5 divided by minus 5 minus of minus 5. So 7 plus 5, 12 by 0, which means that this is a line which is parallel to y-axis. So slope of this is infinity. Now once this is done, let's find the slope of PR as well. So PR is going to be minus 5 minus 1 divided by minus 5 minus 2, which is going to be minus 6 by minus 7. So it is 6 by 7. And then slope of QR. So QR is going to be 7 minus 1 by minus 5 minus 2. 6 by minus 7. That's what we get. So that is the slope of the next line. Now once we achieve this, we have got the slope of these lines as well. So we'll just write in short over there. PR is 6 by 7 over here. PQ is infinity. That's what we got. And the last one QR is minus 6 by 7. Now we are in a position to write the slope of the equation of all these lines. Let's do that quickly. So in the first one, you can clearly see that on AB, we got the point minus 5 comma minus 5. So this is the point over here. For BC, we have got the point 2 comma 1. And for AC, we have got the point minus 5 comma 7. Let's write it. So y minus 7 is equal to minus 5 into x minus x plus 5. That is going to be the first equation of the line of this AC. Let's write it over here. Second one, for BC, I'm going to write y minus 1 is equal to, it's going to be 1 by 0, x minus 2. So basically equation of this line is going to be x equals to 2. Because any line which is parallel to y-axis has the equation of the type x equals to a or x equals to minus a. We'll discuss it in detail. And the last one is going to be y plus 5 is equal to minus 6 by 7 into x plus 5. So this is for AB. So we have got the three equations of all these three sides. Now let's quickly understand the next form of equation of line, that is called two-point form. Now why it is called two-point form? Let us see what it is. Let's say that this is one point that is known to us and this is the other known point to us. Both of these points are known. Let's choose a random point x comma y on this line, that is a variable point. And now we can see that earlier we wrote the equation of this line as this, and m we were trying to get through some angle or some other method or some other mean. Now we got 2 points. Now with the help of these 2 points we can definitely find a slope. So we can define this slope as y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So this is precisely what we want. So we will write this as y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 is equal to x minus x1 by x2 minus x1. I can also change this expression. You can also remember it this way, or I can change it to y minus y1 by y1 minus y2 is equal to x minus x1 by x1 minus x2. This is the other way of representation of the line. You can remember any of the form because both of them will give the same answer. Now let's quickly take an example, basic example to understand the application. Let's say that the 2 points are 1 comma 2 and minus 1 comma minus 2. So y minus 2 is equal to the slope. What's the slope of this line? That's going to be minus 2 divided by minus 1 into x minus 1. This is what we get. So y minus 2 is equal to minus 4y minus 2 into x minus 1. So y minus 2 into 2 into x minus 1. So this is the answer to this question. This is the equation of this line. Let's take the next problem. The next problem is a slightly applicative type of problem wherein it's not direct. So we'll have to apply a few concepts and then we have to find the equation of those things. So the first one is we have to find the equation of median through C. That means this is the midpoint of this, and precisely we have to find the equation of the line CD, which is the median through C. So first of all we'll have to find a point D, and we can do that through midpoint formula. So the 2 points are given to us, B and A. We have to find the value of point D. So D x comma y is going to be 1 plus 3 by 2 comma, should be x first. So it's going to be 2 plus minus 2 by 2 comma 1 plus 3 by 2. So the point is going to be 0 comma 2. This is the point D. Now once we found a point D, we can very well find the equation of DC. So equation of DC is going to be y minus 2 is equal to m. M over here is the slope of DC, which is going to be 5 minus 2 by 4 minus 0 into x minus 0, because this x coordinate is 0. Now once you find this, it's going to be 4y minus 2 is equal to 3x. So the equation is going to be 4y minus 8 is equal to 3x. That is the equation of this line, that is line CD. Next, we have to find the equation of this, that is the altitude from B. So altitude means the perpendicular that is going from B and the line which is perpendicular to AC. That is what we have to find. Now the logic over here is that this is the point that is lying on the line BP. We'll call this P. And the equation of line BP should be through this. So this point is lying, and then we have to find a slope of BP. So let's find the slope of BP first, and then we have the point. So we know that the slope of AC and BP, the product of them should be minus 1. So first we will find the slope of AC, and that is going to be 1 minus 5 by 2 minus 4, which is minus 4 by minus 2, which is 2. So if the slope of AC is 2, then slope of BP should be minus half. And then we already have the point. So we can write the equation as y minus 3 is equal to minus half into x plus 2. That would be the equation of line BP. And then lastly, what I want is the equation of perpendicular bisector to this BC, which is very much evident. So now we have to find the equation in a very simple way. First we have to find a midpoint. So midpoint is obviously 5 plus 3, 8. The y coordinate will be 4. And 4 minus 2, that's 2. Sorry, it should be 1. So this point is 1 comma 4. Now once we find this point 1 comma 4, we can find the slope of this, that comes out to 5 minus 3 by 4 plus 2. It's going to be 6. It's going to be 2 by 6, that is 1 by 3. The slope of this line is going to be 1 by 3. So the slope of the perpendicular will be minus 3. So next, since the slope of this is minus 3, the equation is going to be y minus 4 is equal to minus 3 into x minus 1. That is the equation of this line. That is a perpendicular bisector. So these are two important forms of equations of lines, that is the slope intercept form, the slope point form. Till now we have discussed two forms, that is the slope point form and the 2-point form. That's what we have been discussing till now. If you have understood this and if you have got a feel of this, that means you have entirely understood the concept of slope and how to apply. Now the next equations come from this and they are quite simple. Let's say that this is the kind of line that we have and we have been given the y-intercept. Let's say that we have been given that this intercept that has been cut over here, this y-intercept is c, and also we have been given that the slope of this line is m. So we have to find the equation of this line. So if this is the intercept, then I know that this point that is cut is 0 comma c, and we can very well use the two slope point form over here, that is y minus c is equal to m into x minus 0. Now if I continue with this further, then what I'll get is y minus c is equal to mx, or I'll get y is equal to mx plus c. So this is our third form of line, that's called the slope, because there is a slope, and also the intercept. It's called a slope intercept form because this c is the y-intercept. Now same equation can be written with respect to x-intercept as well. Let's say that instead of c, we were given the x-intercept, that is d in this case. Let's say d is the x-intercept. So obviously this point is going to be 0 minus d comma 0, and now I can still apply the slope point form for that particular point because the slope will remain the same. So I can write it as y minus 0 is equal to m into x plus d. So if I open this up, I'll get y is equal to mx plus md, and that would be the equation of the line. So this would be the equation of the line then. Let's say there is a line with slope half. First time it cuts an intercept of minus 5 on y-axis, and then second time cuts an intercept of x or 4 on x-axis. In either of the case, we got to write the equation of this line. So what I do is, I take the first form, that is this, and it means this is the case, or even this might be the case, but then it says that we'll have to assume one form. This can't be the case because the slope is positive. So which also means that this is the only possible case, wherein this is the point and the slope is positive. So slope is given as half. So now we can write the equation of this line as y plus 5 is equal to half into x minus 0. So basically we are applying the slope point form only, but then if you want to straight away apply this form, then we can also write y is equal to half x minus 5. That would be the answer to this question, and if we continue doing this, we will get the same answer, that is y is equal to half x minus 5. Now let's take the x-axis case also and see how to go about this. So just to get a feel, the slope is positive and then on x-axis it cuts 4 on here. Let's see what happens. So it means that this point is going to be 4 comma 0 and the slope is half. So we can write it as y minus 0 is equal to half into x minus 4. So instead of directly applying the formula, I would always recommend you to, even though you are applying the slope intercept form, always use the slope intercept form, the slope point form or the 2-point form to get the equations of lines, so as to not miss out on the positive and negative values of in the equation. So if you continue with this, you will get a final equation of the line. So although it is given the term of slope and intercept, we are still applying the slope point form. The next form of equation of line that we are going to learn is intercept form. Let's say that this is the coordinate plane and this is the kind of line that we have. And instead of slopes now, we are given the two intercepts. That is, I know that the x-intercept is A and y-intercept is B. So, which also means that this is going to be A comma 0 and this is going to be 0 comma B. Nothing is mentioned about the positive or negative terms. So let us try and find the equation of this line. So going by the 2-point form, I am going to write it as y minus b by b minus 0 is equal to x minus 0 by 0 minus a. So I have used the 2-point form over here to derive this. So y minus b by b is equal to x by a. That's what I get. So let's multiply this. So I'm going to get ay minus ab is equal to bx. Next we will rearrange this and also we will get it as bx minus ay is equal to ab. There is a slight mistake over here. It's going to be minus ay minus plus ab is equal to bx. So we are going to write it as bx plus ay is equal to ab. Now let's divide throughout by ab and see what we get. So we are going to get x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. This is nothing but the equation of line. That is, this is called the intercept form of the line, wherein the two intercepts are given to you and nothing is mentioned about the slopes as such. But what we have done finally is I've used the slope point form or the 2-point form in this case because they're the same, and then I've arrived at this equation. Also, I can use the slope point form also in this case because I know that the slope of this line is going to be minus b by a. So first we can find a slope and then you can use the slope point form also. Let's take a problem on this particular concept. So now we have a line whose slopes, the slopes are given to us. The intercepts are given to us. So the question says that the two intercepts are such that their sum is 1 and the product of the two intercepts is minus 6. We have to find the equation of this line. So what we can write from here is a plus b is 1 and ab is minus 6. Once we have found this, we are in a position to find out the equation of this line. So all that we have to find is a and b. So I know that a is 1 minus b. So I'm going to substitute this equation in the second one. So b into 1 minus b is equal to minus 6. So minus b square plus b is equal to minus 6, and then b square minus b minus 6 is equal to 0, which means that we can find the values of b from here. So b square minus 3b plus 2b minus 6 is equal to 0. So b into b minus 3 plus 2 into b minus 3 is equal to 0. b is minus 2 and b is 3. So once we find this, I've got the values of b now, we can find the values of a also. So a is going to be b1 minus a, so that is 1 minus b. So a is going to be 1 minus 2, which is 3, and it's also going to be, if I consider 3 over there, then it would be minus 2. So basically you can say that this intercepts can be interchanged in this case because of the given equation. So either with the first equation I can write x by minus 2 plus y by 3 is equal to 1. This can be one equation, or the other equation can be x by 3 plus y by minus 2 is equal to 1, because both the equations would satisfy the given condition, that is the sum is 1 and the product is minus 6. Now after this we'll come to the last form of equation of line, that is normal form. Let's understand what is this normal form. Let's say that this is the equation of the line, this is the line, and let's say this is the perpendicular distance that is given to us, that is p. Now one more input that we know over here is that this line makes an angle of alpha over here. Now once we know that, we can locate this particular point. Let's try and understand how. So this point is any x comma y on the line. So for sure we can say that this point is going to be, so this is going to be cos alpha comma sin alpha, and this distance is p. So let's say that this point is x comma y, so it means that this is y and this is x, and y by p is sin alpha, so y is going to be p sin alpha. Similarly, x by p is going to be cos alpha, so x is going to be p cos alpha. So it means that this point is going to be p cos alpha comma p sin alpha. Now all that we want is actually this angle, and that we can easily find. So we know that this line we have dropped perpendicular, this is 90 minus alpha, this is going to be alpha, and this is going to be 90 minus alpha. If this is 90 minus alpha, then this is going to be 180 minus 90 minus alpha, which is going to be 90 plus alpha. So this angle is 90 plus alpha in this case, and we can write the equation of this line now because we got the slope also. So tan of 90 plus alpha in this case is going to be minus cot alpha, simply because this is 90 and it is in the second quadrant. So whenever we know that in trigonometry, whenever this is 90 or multiple of 90 or multiples of 90, the ratio changes to its complementary ratio. So now once we have the slope and we have this point, we are in a position to write the equation of the line. So y minus y1, that is p sin alpha, is equal to minus cot alpha into x minus p cos alpha. So now continue this, and there it is. That is how we get the equation of line. So y minus, let's divide this, let's write this as cos alpha by sin alpha. So this is going to be sin alpha, and this is going to be p sin square alpha, and this is going to be x minus x cos alpha, and this is going to be p cos square alpha. Let's simplify further. If we go down, we'll get x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to p cos square alpha, and this p sin square alpha will go on the other side. We'll get cos square alpha plus sin square alpha, which is nothing but 1. So when we eliminate this, we'll get the equation of the line. This is called the normal form of the line, wherein this particular angle alpha is given to us and this distance p is given to us. If we know two things, then for sure we can write the equation of this line, because the only two parameters in this line are this angle alpha and this p. Let's take an example. Let's say that this distance p is 4 and the angle alpha this time is given as obtuse, 120 degrees. So let's say that instead of this, now the line is something like this. So it means that obviously this angle is going to be 120 degrees. So x cos of 120 degrees plus y sin of 120 is equal to 4. Now x cos 120, we know that cos 120 is 180 minus 60, which is going to be x into minus half, plus y into sin 120, that is 180 minus 60, which is going to be positive root 3 by 2 is equal to 4. So answer is going to be minus x plus root 3y is equal to 8. That is the answer to this question. So given the alpha value and given p, we can easily find the equation of this line. So these are the various forms of equation of line that you need to know, and if you have understood the application of two-point form and slope point form, then you can derive any of the following equations of lines.